Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be testing out the beauty sponge from e.l.f. I'm excited for this because it's only $5. I am a beauty sponge girl. I only use beauty sponges because brushes just don't work very well for me. I don't like them. And so I'm always down to try a new beauty sponge, especially one that's so affordable. My favorite right now is the one from L'Oreal. So this one is way past its prime. This guy is dead. You are dead. It's old. It doesn't get all nice and big anymore when it's under the water. It just doesn't perform as well because I've had it for too long. So I needed to buy a new one. I figured let's give the one from e.l.f. a try. So this is what the little packaging looks like. You're probably like, where's the product? Well, it's over here. I already got it wet, and let me tell you something, this thing is giant. It's so big. It used to fit in here, and there's a lot more room, and now it's wet and it's like, yeah, so it's freaking huge. Now, I have not seen anybody use this particular one. This one is kind of like a coral color, very, very light pinky coral color. A lot of people use and love the black sponge, which I was looking for, but my Ulta didn't have it. And there were a couple others. I think one was purple, and it said that it was an all body or an all purpose or something like that. And it was kind of like long and skinny and like oval shaped. And it looked like it had really big holes in it. It was really weird. Then there was another one with a very flat edge on one side and then a round butt everywhere else. And that one said it was for like highlighting, contouring. And this one that I went with said it's best for liquids. So we have all totally been there when we tried a new sponge and we just did not like it. It was too rough. It didn't blend out well, you know, so you're gonna know right away whether you like the sponge or not. But always keep in mind that sponges kind of perform better after you use them a couple times. So if I don't like the initial use today for whatever reason, I'm gonna continue using it for the next couple of days. That way it's kind of like it's been broken in like shoes, you know. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the back of my sponge here, and here we go. Okay, it's really, really soft. Sorry. It's really, really soft, and it's doing a great job at distributing the product. It's a little bit rough right now, which is why I just said, you know, sometimes you have to use stuff a couple times before it's able to perform at its best. So yeah, it's a little bit rough, but I really think that after a couple washes, that's gonna go down. I feel like it's absorbing a lot of my product because I use the same amount that I use with my regular sponge, and I'm basically done, and like I still have my whole face to do. So I feel like this sponge kind of absorbed more product than my other ones do, but you know what, that's okay because I have a trick for you. Anytime your sponge, for whatever reason, is absorbing more product, or you're about to go in with like something super duper liquidy and you don't want your sponge to absorb all of the product, what you're gonna do is take your moisturizer, any moisturizer, and you're gonna put that down first. That way there's a film in between the sponge itself and the product you're putting on top, and that will not allow any absorption. So you're not gonna lose any product. This is not going to soak up, suck up, absorb any of the product you're putting on top of it, saving you time, saving you money, saving you product. You're welcome. That's actually something I used to do way before beauty sponges were invented. Back when, you know, it was just really makeup brushes, and I didn't like makeup brushes because they left me streaky. I would use those little makeup wedges, the white sponges, and I never got it wet because that's not what you did with them, you know, that never even occurred to me. But I would take those little wedges and I would put down a little layer of moisturizer to make sure that nothing was getting absorbed, and I'm telling you, that was like the best thing I ever did. And that was 100 years ago, okay? This did a beautiful job. Also because it's so big, it took up a lot more space on my face, and like, I mean, my foundation's done. This is insane. I never get this done so quickly. Okay, let me make sure that it's really like all blended in. Where did my, here we go. This was so quick. That's awesome. It got in all of the areas that are like hard to reach. It didn't leave my nose patchy. Everything is fully blended out. I've got nice full coverage. Wow, I love this. Okay, this is amazing. What I need to do now is try out my concealer with it as well. I'm freaking obsessed with this. This is already like, it blended everything out so quickly. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm not loving it for my under eye concealer because right now the sponge is so big and it's really rough. So when I'm trying to get into like these hard to reach areas, it's like moving my product in other areas around it where the sponge is touching, and so it's making it difficult. But for foundation, it was amazing and I love it. Okay, while I am looking my absolute best, I'm gonna go ahead and stop for now. I'm gonna finish up the rest of my face on camera. I'll come back on and we will talk a bit more about the sponge and how everything else layered on top of my foundation using the e.l.f. Beauty Sponge. Okay guys, so this is my full face on. I did just film a first impressions / review on a new brow product. So if you like my brows, you're interested in what I used, how I did them, stay tuned. That video will be up tomorrow. As for today, this freaking sponge is amazing. I love it so much. My skin honestly has never looked this flawless, this good, this full coverage just from my sponge. And I only went with one layer. Now normally to get coverage and smoothness like this, I will go in with 1.5, maybe 2 layers with my other sponges, but this one just did it right. Like, it's got the right consistency where it covers enough of the face that it gets the job done so quickly. It makes everything nice and fuller coverage. What was that? I just flew. I don't know what that noise was. That scared the freaking crap out of me. Okay. I love this sponge. When I was using it, I was saying I don't really like using it under my eyes because I feel like it was kind of moving product around because it's so thick and it's very sturdy. But I gotta tell you that my concealer is so much more full coverage and so much more blended out than it is with my other sponge. So I'm gonna have to play with this a little bit more. Maybe I need to like pinch it a bit more when I'm using it because my concealer looks absolutely amazing. My foundation looks absolutely amazing. I was able to get my foundation on so much quicker, so much easier. And yeah, I mean, this is just beautiful. It's flawless. It's full coverage. It's everything that I want. And it's only a $5 sponge. So I don't know what more else I could say. I just love it. I give it a total 2 thumbs up. I definitely recommend that you give it a try. And if you guys do, let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts are. What other sponges do you like? Do you love? Do you want me to review? Let me know down below. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, okay? And hit that bell so you know every time that I upload. I am pre-filming videos so that I can work on editing them throughout the week so I can stop having lags in my uploads, which I know is super annoying. So I'm working on it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!